Okay, and we are back again with Dishonored 2 with FrozenFoxy. Let's find out what we're going to write today. Alright, so I think last time there was something that was shining here, but it was like under this, so I couldn't really see it. Anyway, Sokolov is safe. In the end, it wasn't me who stopped Kiran Jindosh. It was his own vanity. He built, looks like a the. Anyways, he built a machine to destroy intellect, hoping perhaps to use it on a rival like Sokolov. Jindosh never imagined it would be used on his own mind. The greatest intellect of our day, reduced to that of a confused child. So there will be no more clockwork soldiers. That part of Duke Abel's plan is ruined. I bet that will get his attention. And I've rescued Anton Sokolov. What's left of him, anyway. The man has aged since I last saw him. The intellect is still there, I hope, but physically he struggles in every way. To walk, to eat, to piss. Conditions on the boat exasperate his discomfort. Still, there's nothing to be done. For now, the dreadful whale is our only home. Delilah in the void. I was in the void, only this time it wasn't the outsider who met me there. It was Delilah Copperspoon. She's grown in power somehow and wanted me to see things through her eyes. She showed me her mother, left to die in a debtor's prison, and Jessamine, her half-sister, pampered in the luxury of her palace, Dunwall Tower. Silks, fine tutors, grand feasts, while Delilah hid in the kitchen. Their shared father, Emperor Euhorn Caldwin, with his empty promises, telling Delilah she'd be a princess too, and soon. This was the past as she wanted me to see it. I wish I knew if it were all lies. Some of it has the ring of truth. Well, especially because we just got told by Jessamine that more or less some of it is true. Alright, wow. There's a lot of stuff that I have not cleared up here, apparently. I really thought I already did clear this stuff up, but okay. I want to make sure that that's cleaned up, because otherwise I'm going to be trying to read things that we've already read, and we don't need to be doing that. By the way, how many runes do we have? We've got 2. Do I want to increase anything of possession? I don't really think I do. I think rat possession is probably enough. I suppose I could do human possession at some point. And this would allow me to switch between hosts. I don't know if I care too much about that. Slowing time is probably where I'm going to want to go next, or to slowing time when I'm doing a blink in midair, which is really nice, because you can get to some really interesting places by being able to slow time. Yeah, I think I might do blink, even though I really do want bend time. I don't know. I really have to think about that one. Thank you. It's something I should say to your face, but that's hard for me. Thank you for what you did, bringing Anton back. What would I have done without him puttering around the ship, mumbling and stroking his greasy beard? I wanted to find him on my own, but hearing what you went through, I'm impressed. Anyway, enjoy this bottle from the Captain's Reserve. Good stuff. From an aristocrat. Wanting quick passage out of Karnaca a while back. You'll need it now that Anton is back, if you want to sleep. His snoring cuts straight through the bulkhead. Megan. Alright, got some fig wine. Fantastic. Don't drink. Thanks. Goodbye, Karnaca. I'm pretty sure we already read, so nothing doing there. I think that about does it. I wonder if there's anything Does not look like it.
Pushed out into the harsh world. You are alone, but for a few allies.
We got rats on board the ship, guys. Someone want to do something about that?
Those around you cannot see me. I am here and not here when you call to me.
At a fraction of the cost. Clever man.
Not clever enough. What's wrong with people like that?
A restless mind and an empty heart, perhaps. Jindosh would have snuffed me out as soon as he got bored. I appreciate what Corvo did for me, freeing me from that place.
I searched for you, Anton. I would have found you.
I knew you'd try, Nathan. They kept me going after they gave me to Jindosh.
Either way, you're back now. I'm glad.
I was wondering if they were going to reveal some kind of secrets.
Sokolov's making better progress than I would have expected.
Yeah, he probably has some kind of secret elixir that he's drinking. Now that he's out of there. Okay, well, it doesn't look like we can actually fill up anything from Hypatia over here. I guess that was just the one time. Letter from Lucia Pastor. Dear Dr. Hypatia, I couldn't be happier about the news you gave me. The people here in the Dust District desperately need someone like you. I understand that you cannot see patients in Addermire anymore, and that it's too dangerous to go back to your apartment. I'll arrange something. We'll find you a safe place to hide and give free consultations as you suggested. I'll send word about it to the via the Miners Family Committee and some friends I have at the Silver Spike newspaper. Welcome back to the city, Lucia Pastor. Sounds like she's going to be leaving the boat soon, too.
Good to see that you're still with us. Thank you for helping Anton.
Sokolov's not the only one making a rapid recovery. I'll be good enough to leave soon. There's a lot to do. Of course, unless the Duke falls, he'll undo my best efforts here.
I'm working on that. Believe me, the Duke has my full attention.
Karnaka's key leaders are flawed, for certain. After all this is settled with the Duke, and the time of the coup has passed, whichever ones are left standing could change things here. Consider that, as you come face to face with the Duke's remaining associates.
I'll do what I can, Alexandria.
Okay, it doesn't look like there's anything else useful in here. I'm going to leave those two alone for now, while I take a look around the ship and see if there's anything new to find. Other than the rats. Those are kind of new, I suppose. Hey, rats. Ooh, incendiary bolts. Too bad I don't need any. It's a really nice thing to find down here, honestly. Those are a little bit pricey. Would have been a good thing to fill up on if I really needed it. Unfortunately, not so much. Nada. Looking kind of misty out here. Guess it's nighttime. Or at least just before daybreak. Because it does seem kind of bright. Let's check out if Megan Foster's notebook has something new in it. I've seen mean storm clouds gather, only to disperse in an hour's time. I've seen monstrous waves in the distance, towering like high hills, that were only a ripple by the time they reached the boat. Things aren't right. They've never been right. But At least everything's held at the center for a long while. Now I worry all the time. For me, for Anton, for everything. I should quit, disappear again. Anyone else would, I think. Self-preservation is only natural. I could take my boat and go anywhere. Be anyone. Be nobody. Nobody again. I'd like that. I've had many different lives. Could I start a new one now? How many more do I have left? I'm so tired. I wish I could sleep and wake up as someone else. Yep. Self-preservation is indeed only natural. At least Smiling Jack the vampire would have us believe that. Alright, nothing that I can see around there. Let's see what's going on up here. Anything? How high can we go? Does this hurt being up here? It sounded like he was whining about it. Looks like I could probably get up there if I really wanted to, but I don't know that there's a point. It's like a sub or something. Might be a whaling ship. Still gotta get used to the change that I made with the keys. I think it'll be easier over time, but I'm not quite used to it yet. Probably some fish down here that would eat me up if I was to try and swim to any of these boats. And there's definitely nothing out here that I can see. After someone mentioning that there have been runes in these areas, I'm like looking now just to be sure that I'm not missing stuff, but apparently I have missed all of my chances for that. By the way, is the side of the ship still open at all? Or is that just closed up forevermore now? I think it was this side of the ship. I don't think it was this. Don't know. Well, anyway. Let's run on back down, I suppose. A couple things in there that don't matter. Seems to be about it.
Ah, the Royal Protector has risen. A bad night? Maybe you've been sleeping on goose feathers too long.
Sit down when you want to talk.
Thanks for being so nice, Megan, after I saved your friend and everything. Pear soda. Trip to the markets. Megan, I've thought of a few things I need when you go into Karnaca. I'd get them myself, but you know what it's like these days for these old bones to walk so far. I need a smaller shirt. Seems everything I own falls off me now, and you're right, I suppose I need some soap. And a good hair tonic for my beard and what's left around the sides of my skull. You liked the Tivian stew I made last week, so if you'd like to have that again, get lamb if we can afford it. If not, don't worry. My appetite isn't what it used to be. A bit of bread and a few shrimp will get me through most days, but don't forget the wine. If that's not too much, I could use more paints. I'm out of cerulean, ochre, and ultramarine. Anton. Shinderi, did I? Yeah, I read that. Damn it! Unlock all the doors. I want to see everything. Everything. Except Anton showering. We can definitely leave that out. No, that was new. That was most definitely new. Anton Sokolov's diary is what that was. Started a new painting again. My thoughts dart here and there. I am at the whim. Can I just... Yeah. I thought I could do that. I couldn't remember if I was remembering that correctly. Anyways, my thoughts dart here and there. I am at the whim of my aging brain. I smell an orange and it triggers my memory. Triggers a memory. All at once, I am a boy back in school, suffering under the cruelty of Professor Oliphant. Her horrible wigs and the smell of old wool. The wool reminds me of my suits. I used to have them custom made. The suits remind me that I was once a man of position. And then I am thinking of my own cruelties, terrible deeds performed in the name of science, progress, or profit. And then I am flooded with regrets and guilt. Then, just as suddenly, I am hungry or thinking about my knees or a nap. And if I could quiet my mind and apply myself to a task, say painting, like today, it is of little use. I find it odd that at a time when I thought I might enjoy some rest and expand on my paintings, that my eyes are not as sharp as they need to be, and my hands quiver unexpectedly. The smell of the paints assaults my nose and muddles my thoughts. Did they always smell so? Still, I have begun a work on a canvas. I have no name for it yet.
Delilah Copperspoon, or is it Caldwin?
Who knows? Suppose we shall find out eventually. Let's go see if Anton has anything sitting around in his quarters. That's an interesting looking thing. What the hell is that? It's like a helmet. Strange. Very strange. It looks like he uses whale oil to power it. Ooh, a stun mine. Are you serious? I didn't use any stun mines? I guess it was mostly robots in that previous mission. But stun mines killed them, so... Why am I full on stun mines exactly? I don't know. I do not know. Reflection on my journeys. Another reflection one. Busted up Anton's shit before he got back, because I'm an asshole. Ole ole ole. That was a reference for anyone who cares to know. Alright, I don't see anything else in here. I guess that's about it. What's up, Megan?
Anton, when I brought you back, you could barely speak. But it's been 3 days.
They tortured him. His body is covered with bruises.
Delilah has the throne, and she has Emily. Anton, once we had you in a cage and you dared us to kill you, I need that man back.